Hi, in today's video we're going to take a look at two camping chairs. Now I've recently been arrived today, a Natureville compact one touch, one button camping chair. And I thought I'd do a quick overview of what it's like, how it functions and stuff. But I thought it'd be more useful if we did a little comparison video with a more traditional style camping chair, because you'll start to see then the differences in this kind of chair, the pros and the cons, and the fact that it weighs quite a bit more than perhaps one of your traditional kind of camping chairs. So I brought along with me a second one, which is an Aldi Adventuridge Chair. Now I know with Aldi products, obviously they are very seasonal, so you can't get them all the time. But this chair is absolutely bog standard design in terms of camping chairs. So if you go onto like Amazon or eBay, you will see absolutely loads of chairs designed in exactly the same way as this. So what I figured we'd do is we'll have a look at it, we'll time how long it takes to set each chair up, and we'll have a look at a few of the basic stats of them. And we'll see if a sort of a more engineered type chair is worth it. So before we get into it, the cost, this chair is about $80 odd. It's currently on Amazon, and it's on Amazon.com. I couldn't see it anywhere in the UK at the moment, but I imagine they're going to be changing that because they've sent a few out to UK reviewers as far as I understand. And obviously this one, I think it was about £25 in Aldi. So you can expect to pay between maybe £15 and £30 depending on the kind of specs and all the rest of it on Amazon. It's a very competitive marketplace out there, so this does offer quite good value for money. The Nature chair, it is much heavier. I weighed it at 1.85 kilograms, which is quite a weight. It's probably more than most of the backpacking hiking tents that people will take out wild camping. So although it's quite compact, it is a really solid lump of metal. The Aldi Adventuridge, in comparison, weighs 850 grams, so a full kilo less, and it does pack down slightly smaller. So you're probably thinking, well, absolute madness. Cheaper, lighter, packs down slightly smaller, why you go with the Aldi one all day long. But have a look at the Natureville chair because it does offer something slightly different. So let's have a look at that right now. So you get carry case with single zip, and you do get an included strap as well, so you can put it either side and carry it like that. So the chair itself is all about this one button design. So rather than your traditional camping chairs, or a lot of them anyway, the kind of Aldi type design where you have the material separate, you know, you pull out the aluminium poles, you clunk them all together, click them all together, then you stretch the material over the top, and then that gives the chair its structure. This is an all-in-one design. So you've got a strap that goes around, you take that off, and then you see the chair naturally unfolds, and the material is permanently attached. So all you do is you just stretch out each one, and it's not very easy to do. They said it'd be slightly tight the first few times you do it. So the bottom ones come out nice and easy, then the top ones, they come out twice, and they're really quite tough to do the first couple of times. That's much easier than last time. And there we have it. The material is actually permanently attached. So if you look at the sides, there are small screws here. So if the material got damaged, you could unscrew that, take it off and presumably replace it. The website would be to supply you with a new one. But in terms of ease of setup, that design in terms of all the poles unfolding and then just being stretched out, and then to put it away, you just do the opposite. So just plonk things back in, press that button, legs fold in itself, wrap the material around, job done. So it's incredibly quick to use. And you can see from the metal design as well, it does look really, really robust. According to the website, it can take up to 300 pounds in weight. So I should be absolutely fine in it. And people who are a bit larger should be quite confident as well it's not going to break. So a nice comfy chair, plenty of room, good back support as well. You could handle sitting here, have a few beers, stir your cooking when you want to do any wild camping. You've just got to be prepared to take the weight. So the Aldi chair, on the other hand, which we use to represent the kind of chairs I'd used in the past, the kind of tenner penny, it does work a bit differently. So you've actually got a little pad of material with the Aldi chair, which you put the 4 corners of the chair in when it's stood on the ground to stop it sinking too much if you're on really boggy ground and stuff, which is quite helpful. And then you have traditional design of the material separately, and then a set of poles that you kind of clunk and click into place. So not too laborious a process. And the most complicated thing I think is to make sure you've got the material the right way around. I think I've got it right this time. And the Aldi chair actually it's really easy to put up. So the end result is very similar in terms of chair, but you can see from the poles, it is obviously perhaps not going to take so much weight. If I can find the specs on how much weight it does actually take, I will pop it in the video now to see if there's a massive difference in what they can take. But I mean, if I had maybe a larger friend and we had taken these 2 chairs out to camp in and have a sit down in, I would let them sit in this chair and I would take this chair. Whoever's lightest in the party would definitely have this chair, just because it doesn't look quite as robust. But again, that feeling of robustness is just my perception. There's nothing to say it won't take a huge amount of weight quite comfortably. And obviously on softer ground you do have the extra addition of this, which will stop it from sinking into the ground so much. So very little difference in terms of the built chair. Aldi one might be a little bit more generous in terms of size, but in terms of stability, the Natureville chair, just because of its weight, is not getting blown around in the wind at all, whereas any little type breeze, the Adventuridge chair is wanting to blow over. So not a massive issue, obviously, if you sat in anyway, but if you do walk off, this one's likely to blow away. The Natureville, much less likely. In terms of comfort, this chair has much more movement in it, and it is sinking into the ground, so I know I could put the bottom thing in to stop it from sinking, but we're just talking about pure ease of use here now. So there's lots more movement in the pole structure itself in the Aldi chair, so it doesn't feel anywhere near as robust as this chair. But so I've used this chair on wild camps a couple of times. I've not had any issues with it. Obviously it's just better to go the whole hog and put the ground support sheet in as well. But yeah, it is much flimsier than the Natureville chair. So I guess really it's a matter of what your priority is. You can save a whole kilo by taking the Adventuridge chair out, which is, that's pretty substantial. A kilo weight saving, if you've got a trekking pole tent, that could be a whole tent of weight saving. But this is not much bulkier in terms of pack size. It's a kilo heavier, but it does seem to be out of the pack a lot more robust, a lot more stable, comfy to sit in because it does feel a bit more robust. It doesn't move as much. There's very stable feet, very strong pole system, and obviously I do think now, having sat on the 2, I'm not sure how much weight I would trust through this chair. So if you're a heavy person, a well-built person, full of muscle and brawn, this chair is going to be, I think, a lot better for you. And if you're just slightly bigger, this chair is going to be a lot more stable. So let me know in the comments which one you would take out personally. Would you be as light as possible, take out the sort of Aldi type chair, or would you go for the sort of bomb-proof build of the Natureville chair? In terms of setting them up, I must admit I did think that was going to be sort of hands down much quicker and easier than the Adventuridge chair, because sometimes I've had a bit of a problem with this type of chair, getting all the right things in the right place and stuff. But actually this is definitely a slightly quicker and easier chair to set up, albeit it'll need a couple of times of getting those initial things pulled out for it to go up easier. Went up miles easier the second time. The first time I was really struggling to pull those back poles up. But now, yeah, it is slightly easier. Packing away is nice and easy with it as well. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know which one I'll take out. That weight difference, I guess it depends on how far you're planning to go. If you're on a massive long walk, chance of you taking a camping chair are quite slim anyway. But if you were, I think you'd probably go with the Adventuridge Chair. But if you want bomb-proof, all the rest of it, this is a great option to have. And also, if you're campsite camping, I know you can buy all sorts of different chairs and stuff for campsite camping, and it doesn't really matter if you've got a car anyway. But if you have got lots of children in the car, I've obviously got kind of 3 children some of the time. I've got a sort of an 18-month, 19-month-old as well. So by the time you put stuff in the boot, it can get quite full. Little compact chair like this is probably a better option than some of your bigger kind of supermarket chairs, which will take up way more room in the boot. But you're not losing out anything on robustness with this chair whilst you're doing it. So that just leaves the pack away process. So we'll see how long that takes. Nice and easy really. I didn't obviously go as fast as I possibly could. Had to fiddle around in the ground to find the foot that come off as well. And it would have taken slightly longer had I had the bottom pad on as well, but much of muchness really. So this is obviously a much different design, so you just got to push the little metal things in. That's fairly straightforward as long as you get the push the right first time. And then it's just push this button and all the legs fold in and you get the material out of the way. And then the little strap. There you have it, really quick and easy. Only the second time I've done that, but it is incredibly straightforward. So I think for a lot of people, the convenience of this, the robustness, it does seem a really good bit of kit. It is just whether obviously you want to take out a piece of kit, a chair, that realistically is going to weigh as much, if not more, than your tent. I guess it all depends how far you're going to walk and how much sitting you think you're going to do. And if you're going to be in a place where there's nowhere else to sit, there's no rocks or any natural places to sit, then this could be a good bit of kit. So what I will do is I'll take it out of my next wild camp, as long as I'm not, I'm not walking too far, and I'll have a good sit in it, see how it goes. And obviously as I start using it more and more over the summer months when I'm out with the kids and stuff, I'll give you an update later in the year as to how well it's going. And also Adventuridge has already had a few uses over the past year. I'll do a similar update on this chair to see if there is any difference between the robustness of the two of them. So I hope the video has been useful. Obviously I just wanted to look at the Natureville Chair. Big shout out to them, big thanks to them to send me this piece of equipment. Really appreciate trying new stuff and trying new gear. It's really, really good of them. But I just thought it'd be really useful to show you a comparison with a more traditional style of chair and sort of see the differences of what you get with a sort of a more engineered one-click kind of approach. So apart from the big weight penalty, it's only advantages for this chair as far as I'm concerned. Stability, strength, ease to set up and take down. It is a winner on all fronts. Just obviously you make a sacrifice for that, you have to carry the extra weight. Hope the video has been useful to you. If you have enjoyed it, do drop it a like, do check out my other gear reviews and do check out my wild camps. And yeah, if you enjoy the content, then do subscribe to the channel and I'll be sure to catch you up on these chairs in due course. Huge thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.